Before we begin, slow down. Let your shoulders drop. Unclench your jaw. Take one slow breath in and release it. Now listen carefully. What if the exhaustion you've been feeling, the anxiety that comes without warning, the overthinking that won't let you sleep, is not a sign that you are weak? What if it's a sign that no one ever taught you how to train your mind? You were told to be strong. You were told to just pray more. You were told to think positive. But no one explained how your brain works. No one showed you how fear travels through your nervous system. No one taught you how to respond when emotion hijacks logic. And so you assumed something was wrong with you, but nothing is wrong with you. You are human, and humans can be trained. The Apostle Paul wrote, "Be transformed by the renewing of your mind." Renewing means repetition. It means practice. It means discipline. It means training. And tonight, we are going to train. Chapter 1. The Myth of Effort-Based Strength. Most people believe mental strength is about force. Force your way through fear. Force yourself not to cry. Force yourself to stay positive. But forced strength cracks under pressure. Have you ever noticed that the harder you try not to think about something, the louder it becomes? That's because suppression is not strength. Suppression is pressure without release. Real strength is regulation. Jesus never suppressed emotion. In the garden, he felt distress. On the cross, he expressed anguish. But emotion did not control his obedience. That is strength, feeling fully, yet choosing wisely. Science now confirms what faith has always known. Your brain strengthens whatever patterns you repeat. Every time you catastrophize, you deepen the neural groove of fear. Every time you avoid discomfort, you strengthen avoidance circuits. But every time you pause instead of panic, breathe instead of spiral, choose trust instead of terror, you carve new pathways. This is neuroplasticity. And it never stops. You are not stuck with your current mental patterns. You are building them daily. The question is not, am I strong? The question is, what am I training? Chapter 2. Your brain's alarm system. Deep inside your brain is a small structure called the amygdala. It is ancient, primitive, fast. Its job is simple: keep you alive. For thousands of years, it helped humans escape predators. But today, it reacts to emails, deadlines, silence, social rejection, uncertainty. It cannot tell the difference between a lion and a performance review. So it sounds the alarm. Heart rate rises, breathing shortens, muscles tighten, and your rational brain, the prefrontal cortex, begins to shut down. That's why, in moments of stress, you can't think clearly. That's why fear feels louder than faith. But here is the miracle. The brain can be trained. Every time you stay calm during mild stress, you teach your nervous system that the threat is survivable. Every time you pray while your heart is racing, you strengthen rational control over emotional reaction. Every time you sit in discomfort without escaping, you expand capacity. The brain rewires through repetition, and Scripture calls this meditation. Not emptying the mind, but training it. Take every thought captive. That is cognitive discipline. That is neural conditioning. You are not powerless in your anxiety. You are in training. Chapter 3. Stress is not the enemy. Most people try to eliminate stress completely. But stress is not evil. Unmanaged stress is destructive. But controlled stress is developmental. James wrote that trials produce perseverance. Perseverance produces maturity. And maturity produces stability. Athletes don't avoid resistance. They lift it. Soldiers don't avoid pressure. They rehearse under it. And believers don't grow without testing. The key is gradual exposure. Start small. Speak truth gently when you normally stay silent. Finish a task under a slightly shorter deadline. Sit quietly for 5 minutes without reaching for distraction. Have one difficult but necessary conversation. These are micro-stress workouts, and each time you handle them with steadiness, your nervous system adapts. What once triggered panic becomes manageable, then routine, then easy. You don't grow by avoiding storms. You grow by navigating them. Chapter 4, Mastering Emotion Without Killing It. Let's address something deeply important. Faith does not erase emotion, it anchors it. When anger rises, it carries energy. When anxiety rises, it signals preparation. When sadness rises, it invites reflection. Emotions are messengers, not masters. When intense emotion hits, your brain floods with chemicals for about 20 minutes. During that time, you are vulnerable to impulsive action. This is why pause is power. Breathe in slowly. Extend the exhale. Name the emotion. Anger is present. Fear is here. Disappointment is rising. When you name it, you tame it. Neuroscience shows that labeling emotion reduces amygdala activation. In simple terms, naming it weakens it. David practiced this long before science measured it. Why are you cast down, O my soul? He spoke to his feelings. He did not surrender to them. Emotional mastery is not about pretending you're okay. It's about choosing your response while you're not. Chapter 5. The Anti-Fragile Spirit. There is a difference between resilient and anti-fragile. Resilient people recover. Anti-fragile people grow stronger because of adversity. Joseph's betrayal prepared him for leadership. David's wilderness prepared him for kingship. Paul's imprisonment amplified his mission. The difference was interpretation. One mindset says, this is ruining me. The other says, this is refining me. You cannot always choose your circumstances, but you can choose your interpretation. And interpretation determines trajectories. Ask yourself in hardship, what muscle is this building? What weakness is this revealing? What capacity is being developed? When you begin to see adversity as training, fear loses authority. Chapter 6. The daily protocol strength is not built in emergency moments. It is built quietly, daily. Attention training. 5 minutes of focus. When your mind wanders, bring it back gently. You are strengthening mental discipline, emotional practice. When irritation appears, slow your breath. Stay steady. Stress exposure. Create manageable challenges. Step slightly beyond comfort. Cognitive flexibility. When something goes wrong, generate 3 interpretations. Choose the empowering one. Recovery. Sleep deeply. Pray slowly. Worship intentionally. Silence regularly. Without recovery, training becomes burnout. With recovery, training becomes transformation. Final reflection. Picture yourself 1 year from now. The storms still come, but you no longer collapse. Your breathing stabilizes faster. Your thoughts spiral less. Your reactions soften. Your decisions strengthen. Not because life became easy, but because you trained consistently. Mental strength is not a personality trait. It is a discipline. It is repetition. It is renewal. You are not weak because you feel deeply. You are strong when you respond wisely. And with faith as your foundation, and discipline training as your method, you become unshakable. If this message stirred something in you, follow this journey. Share it with someone who needs strength, and begin your training today. You are not breaking. You are becoming, and strength is already forming inside you.